I am Lukman Adelakin. This segment of the news is where we take you through stories that made major headlines. Labor unions in the Federal Capital Territory have been directed to intensify and sustain their ongoing industrial action until all outstanding workers' demands are fully addressed. In a reinforcement directive issued to all affiliate unions, labor leaders said the struggle of workers of the Federal Capital Territory Administration must continue, warning that any retreat at this stage would only embolden further violations of workers' rights. The union said key issues remain unresolved, including unpaid wage awards and promotion arrears, non-remittance of pension and National Housing Fund, as well as what they described as continued intimidation of workers. According to the directive, these issues constitute grave violations that are unacceptable and inconsistent with the principles of fairness, justice, and decent work. In another development, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Tuesday arraigned the Chief Executive Officer of Bond Pay, Prince Chibike Echem, and the former National Coordinator of the Multi-Sectoral Crisis Recovery Project of the Northeast Development Commission, NEDC, Danjuma Mohammed, over an alleged 2.28 billion naira advance fee fraud and forgery scheme. The defendants were brought before Justice Keziah Ogunaya of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, sitting in Zuba, Abuja, on a 54-count amended charge bordering on conspiracy, obtaining by false pretense, advance fee fraud and forgery. A third suspect, Aminu Alhaji, is currently at large. According to the EFCC, the alleged offences were committed between 2022 and 2024 and involved the purported defrauding of Diamond Leads Limited, an indigenous construction and equipment supply company. The anti-graft agency alleged that Echem introduced the chairman of Diamond Leads, Kenneth Ejiofor Ifekudu, to Danjuma Mohammed, who was portrayed as a highly influential official capable of securing contracts under the NEDC's Northeast Intervention Program. And in Benue State, the Oche Otukpo Odu, His Royal Majesty Dr. John Onumuyiwa Eyimoye, will mark 25 years on the throne in 2026, with a year-long program lined up to celebrate his reign and legacy. Organizers of the celebration announced the activities to commemorate the Silver Jubilee will culminate in a grand finale, scheduled for December 26, 2026. According to the organizers, the series of events will officially commence on Saturday, January 31, 2026, at the Oche Otukpo's Palace in Otukwicho, Otukpo. They explained that the royal ceremony will feature royal drumming and traditional dancing, followed by an address by members of the organizing committee. The organizers added that a full program of activities for the year-long celebration will be made available to the public in due course. To some political stories, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has reassured members that the Kabiru Turaki-led leadership remains firmly in place following a ruling by the Federal High Court in Ibadan on Friday that declined to grant an order of mandamus in a case linked to the party's internal leadership dispute. In a statement issued shortly after the judgment, signed by National Publicity Secretary Comrade Eni Emebong, the PDP said the court's decision did not amount to a judgment on the validity of the Ibadan Convention, but was based on the view that granting the relief sought would effectively require the court to sit on appeal over decisions of courts of coordinate jurisdiction. The judgment of the Federal High Court, in quote, it reads, "The judgment of the Federal High Court, Ibadan, essentially declined to grant the order of mandamus sought on the ground that doing so would amount to sitting on appeal over judgments of courts of coordinate jurisdiction." Ememobong confirmed that the party had initiated the process to challenge the ruling through the appellate courts and urged members to remain calm and focused, stressing that the Ibadan Convention and the leadership it produced remain legally intact and unshaken. The Evangelical Church Winning All, ECWA, has disclosed that no fewer than 160 of its members are currently in captivity across Kaduna and Kogi states, with families grappling with crippling ransom demands. The church leadership raised the alarm following the recent abduction of workers in Kajuru local government area, Kaduna State, describing the growing insecurity as deeply distressing. In a statement issued by ECWA President Reverend Job Bagat, the church said about 100 members from the Kwasam District Church Council, 30 from Saminaka District Church Council in Kaduna State, and another 30 from the Kaba District Church Council in Kogi State were already being held by kidnappers before the latest incident in Kajuru. Reverend Bagat condemned the Kajuru attack on Sunday, January 18, 2026, as sacrilegious and barbaric, noting that armed invaders targeted worshippers during services, a move confirmed by the Nigerian police force. The church highlighted that the incident reflects a broader pattern of violence affecting several Ekwa district church councils across Kaduna, Katsina, Kwara, Kogi, Plateau, and Niger states, leaving communities traumatized and livelihoods disrupted. While acknowledging federal efforts and the eventual deployment of security personnel to Kajuru, ECWA expressed grave concern over delays in response, stressing that lapses in security embolden criminal networks and cost valuable time. Honorable Kennedy Angbo, member House of Assembly representing Akwa Otuko constituency in Benue State, has issued a statement. In his statement, it reads, "I challenge anyone who can to a radio debate on Joy FM to show us how Anidoma can win in 2027 election. Not everything I do or say is expected to excite everyone. I want us to reflect as a people what we are being emotive." The statement continues, "A wrong way will never lead to the right destination. You can never end up in the right place taking the wrong way." And to some entertainment news, Afrobeat musician Femi Kuti has said he regrets the emergence of comparisons between contemporary Nigerian stars and his late father, legendary Afrobeat pioneer Fela Anikulapo Kuti, describing the debate as unnecessary and unhelpful. Femi made the remarks during an interview on Arise Television where he stressed that he would not participate in the discussion, insisting that Nigeria faces far more urgent challenges than celebrity comparisons. In his words, "I wish it never came up. I'm not participating in it. The government doesn't even know how to move people positively forward. It is shameful." The debate resurfaced following claims by Afrobeat star Wizkid that he was bigger than Seun Kuti's father, Fela. Wizkid was quoted as saying, "I big past your papa." That's all we have on the weekend news roundup on Madam Peace TV. I remain Lukman Adelakin. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channels, join us on the Facebook fan page, and also like our Instagram pages. Share our posts across all social media platforms. See you next time. Bye-bye.